You want a decent job and real good living. The drug hustling. If you live the life you love and love the life you're living. No time for foolishness. That's all I wish. Because the young children are dying too quick. Hit them gun and a stick. Pop, 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 pop. Take on the scene. The people of the work and no schooling. The children of the smoking. Striving Muslim. You're not supporting the thing. But I know we kid in a bed. This is me back in the day, people. This is me back in the day, back in the 90s. But I know we kid in the bed. In your head before you start, come talk about your wicked in a bed. This was my answer back to Shabba Ranks back in the day. This is me back in the day, family. IG. It's when I used to sing and DJ. How can you be mad? But I know we kid in a bed. How can you be mad? But I know we kid in a bed. When you know say I'm no knowledge now your head. The knowledge in your head before you start come and talk about your wicked in a bed. In your head before you start come and talk about your wicked in a bed. This is me back in the day. This is me back in the day, family. Me back in the day. Shot the youth, they on the scene. The children are learn about bedwork and no schooling. The children are learn about crack and ganja smoking. My temper me a striving Muslim and a lot of mercy. I used to tear up the dance halls back in the day. That was my song. That's one of my songs that I recorded back in Jammy's Productions. That's right. I want you to hear one more song that I recorded. This one is called Get Knowledge. This was a response to Shabba Rankin, but this one is called Hypocrite. This one is about all the DJs that be playing those slack records and that slack music and then trying to do something good. Say some of the hippo, say some of the hypocrite, say some of the hypocrite, crit. In the Holy Scripture, slackness we done. The Bible teach this with culture and truth. The Quran confirms it. So DJ better stop them the two-faced lyrics. I watch out with the judgment about to come. Say some of the hippo, say some of the hypocrite, say some of the hypocrite, crit. Some of the hippo, say some of the hypocrite. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. No matter let the hypocrite teach your children wrong, because our black nation has been oppression, depression, and integration. We don't need no hypocrites to come teach we nation, because them not true knowledge and them not understand that to educate the youth to do we nation. We need mind construction, we don't need no mind destruction, because the biggest hypocrite is the Caucasian. That's 6,000 years the road is down, and that's why hippo, say some of them hypocrite, 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 say some of them hypocrite. The public enemy don't believe the hype, they keep practical lyrics that people don't like the politician, them not say not error. One thing in the morning, I change the mind at night. We don't need no hypocrites, we know no heroes. I go come to teach, we're in the morning, I change the mind at night. My eyesight, my temper, my dead upon them, I make up the guy to get the light and teach. Church, you know, right, that's some of them hypocrites, say some of them hypocrites, say some of them hypocrite, some of them hypocrites, say some of them hypocrite, say some of them hypocrite. Some DJ want to chat, and slap the wrist, but I say man to plus and men not done for it, because in the whole scripture say go to the hypocrites who clever, worship the Father with Satan's lyrics. Sadness we done the Bible teach this with culture and check the cut and confirm it. So the DJ better stop them the two-faced lyrics. I watch it with the judgment that's bound to come quick. Say some of the say some of them hypocrite, say some of them hypocrite, some of them say some of them hypocrite, say some of them hypocrite. See the hypocrite that just a galang there. See the hypocrite that just a galang there. See the hypocrite that just a galang there. You better watch out. Simon Templar will go. Lord of mercy. Say some of them hypocrite, 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 say some of them hypocrite. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Nobody let the hypocrite teach what children wrong, because our black nation has received all the shun, oppression, depression, and integration. We don't need no hypocrite to come teach we nation, because them not true knowledge and them not understand that to educate the youth to build we nation. We need mind construction, we don't need no mind destruction, because the biggest hypocrite is the Babylonian. They have 6,000 years to prove this. Say some of them hypocrite, say some of them hypocrite, say some of them hypocrite. Okay. Enough of my reminiscing back into my old reggae days back in the day. That's enough of my reminiscing. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be on this planet Earth, all 196,940,000 square miles. This is your brother King Simon, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive and well, and I'm happy to, I got a 5th grandchild this week. Matter of fact, April 2nd, one of my sons and his beautiful fiance had another grandchild. Big up to my my beautiful son and his beautiful fiance. So I got a 5th grandchild. Yes, I have I have 3 boys and 2 girls. So I got a 5th grandchild. So I'm happy about that. And born on April 2nd, born the same day as Marvin Gaye. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got some soul coming in. We got some soul. So I am happy. Very happy. I'm very happy. Like I said, this is my 5th grandchild. But hey, none of my grandchildren are allowed to call me granddad. They got to call me either Tef or they call me Daddy's dad. That's what they got to go. Tef is a ancient name for elder. So I told him to call me Tef or Daddy's dad. That's it. You call me Daddy's dad. One of my grandsons always call me Daddy's dad. How you doing, Daddy's dad? How you doing, Daddy's dad? Hey, that's what I like. You call me Daddy's dad. That's right. Don't call me granddaddy. I ain't ready for the granddaddy role yet. But they are my grandchildren. So big up to them. And I'm leaving a legacy for them, of course, with the books that I'm writing. I got 7 more books to write. I'm working on. Last night I was out of working on a book and having a few meetings about this next book that I'm doing, because it's a part of my life that and this is the time. I'm in the crossroads of my life right now, especially when you deal with numbers and numerology, family. And I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube. So Instagram, if I shut down, just go to YouTube, King Simon Presents on YouTube. Subscribe. Cash at me, hook me up, whatever, show me some love, because I'm doing this work to enhance not just myself, but enhance you by helping you to find yourself. So this particular one is about using numerovation and how to find your numerovation or your numerovational persona, which deals with basically your personal numbers and how to use it, how to find it. And your personal number is the day you were born, not exactly the year, the month, the day, and the year, but this one is directly to what is your personality, dealing with that birthday, the particular day you're born. So it's very important. And that is one of the numbers in your chart that helps to guide you to understand what your personality is like, what your personality is supposed to develop into. But like I said, numbers have duality. And if you're not striving to be on the higher frequency, then you're doing it to the lowest frequency. And that's why my book is called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Because, numbers are simple. 1 + 2 is 3. 3 + 4 is 7. Simple stuff. But when you get somebody like a 1 + a 3 that does not want to learn to communicate, because those are communication numbers. If you get somebody born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, and that person is dealing with somebody born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, if they're not willing to open up and communicate and establish a firm foundation with each other, then the relationship will not work. And I'm talking about your personal numbers. I'm dealing with the personal numbers right now, which the personal numbers is actually your direct day you were born. Like I'm born February 1st. So my personal number is a number 1. And I got to recognize that personal number and how it works and how it serves me to deal with people around me, and how I deal with people in regards to how I talk to people, how I share my knowledge and wisdom with people. But today I'm going to be coming out of certain books just to help out, because each numerologist has their way of doing their thing, Like the old song used to say back in the reggae world, every man does his thing a little way different. Every woman does his thing. Every woman does her thing a little way different. Every man does his thing a little way different. It's true. Everyone does their thing a little way different. Even if both of you are sharing the same numbers, let's say both of you are born the same day, same year, not same time. Usually it's not the same time, but born the same year, same day, and same month and all that good stuff. Your life and how it went is a little different, but the reality is that you still share a certain personality that if you strive to be towards or work towards that personality, it will work for the best for you, even if you're born on the same exact day. And then, of course, you have the name numbers that are connected to your name that also changes the dynamic of the energy of the numbers and how you use it. So if your name is, let's say, Kevin, and your wife is named Sharon, those two names have a different frequency or a different vibration because each letter is connected to a number. And when you start adding things up, it's a little bit different than it. So that also reveals, names reveal your gifts, your talents also. It reveals your abilities. So, and also your personal numbers, your core numbers in your birthday reveals a lot about your basic abilities and talents, but also at what part of your life that you are developing these basic skills. Although that the numbers work interactively with each other, they cross throughout, but at one point of your month that you're born represents one cycle of your life, which could be from 0 to 27. The next one is like the next 9 years after 27 could go up to like 34, 35, and so on and so forth. But you got to understand the cycle. So I am definitely dealing with the personal birthdays today. And I'm going to read off some things, and then I'll break down some things and how important it is to learn. I just want to pick up some of the events that I got coming up. It's now, 5-6 minutes before the top of the hour. In New York, it's 6 minutes before 10 o'clock on the East Coast. And it might be 6 minutes before somewhere else on another coast or in England or wherever you may be. But I got to big up some events coming up. Of course, if you haven't gotten your ticket to this yet, Sister Shahrazad Ali and Baba Ashra Kwesi coming to New York together in the same venue. My website, if you want all the links, even to the live stream, instead of me shouting out a whole bunch of live stream links and all that kind of stuff, only Sister Shahrazad Ali will be definitely only Sister Shahrazad Ali for the first time ever will be live streamed. Baba Kwesi does not want to be live streamed. That's his preference. And I am with him 1000% because it's his intellectual property. But Sister Shahrazad Ali for the first time will be live streamed. After people, you know, let me explain to you why certain people or certain elders don't want to be live streamed or videotaped by anybody else but their own people that have their best interest. Because a lot of people are taking their videos, making money off of their intellectual property, and they're not at least sending a donation. At least I can say people like Brother Rich, people like Sonetta, people like Brother Shabazz, people that myself, I bring them in, send them donations. Brother Rich sends them donations. Even if he's not bringing them in, he sends them donations because he does respect what his platform has done and what they have done for his platform, because it's an interactive thing. They work together. Rich or Sonetta would not be where they are without the talent that they put on their platform. That's the important. And the content that they put on their platform, whether it's different video. Tap Production, Transatlantic Productions would not be who they are if they didn't have the content. So it's very interesting that we learn to understand, if you're going to, these elders do not want to share their intellectual property. They want to make money for themselves because they have their own families to feed. And it's only by right. They have their own families to feed. They have their own grandchildren and great-grandchildren. These two have grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So I got to show them respect. I got to send them funds or bring them in town. As long as I got breath, or wherever I am in the United States or in Africa, I will bring them to town. Especially these. So this is happening on April the 28th. But before that, people in Maryland, if you have friends in Maryland, specifically at 9185 Central Avenue at Capitol Heights, MD, I will be in Everlasting Life Restaurants on Saturday, April the 13th. That's Saturday, April the 13th. I think if you go to my website, King Simon, or just go to KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. Once you do that, then you can scroll down to whatever event you want, whether you want to come to the April 13th over there in Baltimore, Maryland, Capitol Heights. And we're going to be speaking on, of course, Numerovation and how to use it to better yourself and use it for the Black Power Blueprint. It's all about our people regaining their power, but also regaining their sense of responsibilities. And numerology helps you to do that, or what I call Numerovation helps you to do that, because I use the numbers to help motivate people to be their very best. Simple as that. Nothing spooky, nothing crazy. Just shows numerology, or Numerovation shows me how to help you. That's why I implore that you do a reading with me or do a consultation. I don't like to call them readings. I really call them consultations, because I've had people cry. I've had people really men and women sob on the phone, boo-hoo tears with me. And of course, all my sessions are confidential. I'll never say their name. I'll never say their address. I'll never say who they are, what they are. I've had celebrities. I've had celebrities' friends. I've had doctors. I've had lawyers. I've had people. And some people don't have to disclose what they are or who they are, or what they're about. I've had lesbians. I've had homosexuals. I've had all types, white, black, Indian. I've had them all. I've had people from TEDx, people that have been starring on TED Talk and TEDx. I've had people then. I'll never say their names, because confidentiality is a must. So April 13th, I will be In Maryland, I will be at Everlasting Life Vegan Restaurant with Dr. Baruch, and that's 9185 Central Avenue, Capitol Heights, MD. And doors open, or the event starts at 6:30, and I think the doors open at 5:30. So make sure you're there. I have an opening speaker that will be with me, an astrologer, because I do in the Numerovational and Numerology. She's going to be doing the astrologer. Her name is Miss Quiet Storm. So big up to her from out of MD. Big up to her. April 28th, like I just showed you, get your tickets. Go to KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. Also, you get the link straight to the live stream of Sister Shahrazad, which will be at usalivestream.com. It's also on my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. On May the 5th, we have our dear brother, Dr. Laila Africa, coming in. This time, he's not doing a lecture. Everybody likes to complain and say everything about this and that and all that, there's too much talking. This time, Dr. Africa is not doing a lecture. He's doing a no-holds-barred 3 to 4 hour Q&A question conversation with Dr. Africa. That means you could bring any question, any and all questions about allopathic, naturopathic, homeopathic methods, and much more, especially anything coming out of his books, any of his 10 or 11 books that he has. This is not a lecture. It's a Q&A experience. That's what I'm talking about. Q&A experience. Somebody just said something about Nipsey Hussle. If you want to read the basic thing I said about Nipsey Hussle, go on my Instagram. I said something basic. I'm not getting into all of that. Everybody else is doing it out of the, I'm not trying to clout chase nothing. I ain't even put nothing up saying Nipsey Hussle on my Instagram or on my YouTube. I'm not clout chasing nothing. I respect what happened. I respect what's going on. I know the numbers also had a play in it. I realize it. It's on my Instagram. I did a brief breakdown of him. And also because Dr. Sebi's name is coming up, I did a brief breakdown on his numbers just to show y'all that this stuff is it just reveals itself. So I ain't going into all of that. That's not my premise. My premise is to help you who are alive today. You're alive. Nipsey's done his work. 33 master number. He's done his work up to 33 years of age. He done his work. What are you going to do? Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Worry about you. Because we love talk, chat this. And with Jamaica, we used to say, chatterbox, you too, talky, yeah, licky. We used to say these things in Jamaica because it's really about what you doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to build a business like Nipsey or Dr. Sebi did? Let's see you do the same work. That's the question I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see people do the same work that those two great men did in their lifetime. Dr. Sebi living into his 80s, up to 83, I believe. Dr. Sebi lived to 83, 84. Nipsey Hussle living into 33. Boom. Short time, long time. And they did the work. What are you going to do? That's the question. What are you going to do? Stop looking at other people and start looking in the mirror. That's why Michael Jackson wrote that song, The Man in the Mirror. It also pertained to the woman. Look in the mirror. What you going to do? I know what I'm doing. And every time I do a consultation, every time I produce a book, every time I produce a lecture, it helps to serve the community in a great way. Because most of the time I don't make that much money. But I know if I circulate the funds, it comes back to me in abundantly. I don't speak ill of money. I don't say money is the root of all evil and all the foolishness. I don't say all of that. No, man, the lack of money is the root of evil because most of the people that's in jail is lacking money, is lacking finance. And then when they go to jail, they don't get that much money in jail. And barely anybody's giving you anything in your commissary. Let's be real. So, moving right along, like I said, Dr. Laila Africa is coming with a conversation, no lecture. Everybody will be able to ask a question. We want everybody from the front row, the middle row, the second, all them rows. Even if you don't have a question, just sit there and learn. Bring your notebook, pad, and pen. Him and his wife will be doing it. Dr. Melanie is just as proficient as her husband. She learned at her husband's feet, learned everything, and is still learning because Doc don't stop studying. So make sure you come on out. Make sure you come on out at Nicholas, Brooklyn. And as a matter of fact, if you want tickets, $35 tickets for this event, Ashra Kwesi, there's still $35 tickets at Nicholas Brooklyn right now. Online is $41.99. At the door, it will be $50. So, but you get to experience the vendors, the food, and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget, Dr. Africa advanced tickets are $25. So go to Nicholas Brooklyn over there at 1396 Fulton Street between Brooklyn and New York Avenue. You can call Nicholas to hold you a ticket at 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. And vendors, y'all better come. I have the theater space, so the vending space is much smaller. So I'm running out of vending space. I'm just letting you know that. So if you haven't sent in your vendor's fee, or you haven't called me and text me and say, Simon, I'm about to send a vendor's fee, guess what? You'll be asked out and you won't be able to come to the event. And because I'm packing up. People are selling. The tickets are selling for Ashra Kwesi. And of course, tickets are selling for Dr. Africa. So it's all good. Also, Las Vegas. I will be back in Las Vegas the weekend of Malcolm X's birthday, May the 18th. We're going to be speaking on Bloom in the Desert as we reveal the positive use of not just numerology, but I'm working with two beautiful life coach Lawana and life coach Amber. I will be working with two Vegas natives, and we'll be breaking down from our perspective and doing a nice thing. So make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/events. /events. Make sure you got, and then in June, I'm still working all the way in June. I'm booked to June 22nd. We're doing an all-day workshop, private location, only 50 to 60 people allowed, and that will be with myself, Lloyd Strayhorn, and the female energy, Kaya French, another great numerologist, coming from her perspective, Lloyd coming from his perspective. I'm coming from my Numerovation perspective because I'm the inventor of that world. If you Google up Numerovation right now, or Numerovator, or Numerovational, or Numeroversity, guess whose name and guess whose face is coming up? King Simon, because I invented, because we are the original people and we're supposed to be able to invent things. So if Beyonce can get her bootylicious in a dictionary, why the heck I can't get Numerovation in the dictionary? And if they want to take it, hey, put it in the dictionary. But make sure you spell my name right, because I am the inventor by putting those two names together and making it happen. So, hey, we're going to do it just like that. So, moving right along, family. First and foremost, I congratulate my son, what son is this? Because I got 9 children. What son is this? I got to count it off on my fingers. Let's say, Kalfani, my fourth son. My fourth son just blessed the family with a 5th grandchild. So, yes, I have another a grandson. So it's 3 grand boys and 2 grand girls. So, hey, those grand boys are going to be protecting the grand girls. So I know how this is going to work. Okay, we're going to teach them martial arts and how to box and how to fight and all that good stuff and how to use weapons and, just the basic things that you're supposed to teach all these young children going in nowadays. Now, like I said, we're going to, each one of you, I will touch everyone's number. So don't send me any individual numbers on the chat. Don't send me any individual numbers on Instagram. Don't send me your birthday. No, save that for the Numerovation session you want to do with me by texting me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you want a full Numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. This will not be a call-in event tonight because I'm using my phone for Instagram. That's it. I'm not calling. And I do have a new landline, but I ain't giving y'all that. That's for business purposes only, not for y'all to call in and bother me late at night, because as soon as I post this up online, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, they call in the numbers. I'm like, come on, man. They don't know what time it is, that I did this already, but we're going to be coming out of this book. I want y'all, if you want to get it in your library, this guy has passed on. He transitioned in 1990, I believe. No, not 1990. He died transitioning, I think, in the early 2000s. His name, he's an Indian numerologist named Harish Johari. Very good book. We're going to be coming out of this book, Numerology with Tantra, Vedic, and Astrology. We're coming out of this book. We're also going to come out of my book, of course, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. We're going to come out of this book. Also, we're going to come out of this book. This one is called Numerology. Anne Christie wrote this one, Numerology. Anne Christie wrote this book. And we're going to come out, last but not least, out of this book. I See Your Dream Job. This is using astrology and numerology in this book. I See Your Dream Job, a career intuitive shows you how to discover what you were put on earth to do. Sue Fredericks. Her name is Sue Fredericks. And I want to clarify something. Those people out there that think that numerology or the study of numbers is a European thing, you are sadly mistaken. Every authentic or old school numerology book, unabridged numerology book that I have read, it always takes you back to either Africa, Kemet, they always say Egypt, or always say Egypt. They'll say Chaldea and Ur and Chaldea, or Sumerians, which were definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, people of hue, black people, or original people. They always take you back in these books and tell you who it is. Or India. They take you to those regions of the world and they tell you that Pythagorean went out. In certain books written by, this is a good book, this book right here, written by Manly P. Hall. It's a thick ass book. So I'll tell you, I study. You see, I even got study on this book. I write down study because I study. It's like a textbook. This one is called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Very good book to have in your collection because he goes through a lot of different teachings, but he also reveals what Pythagoras taught, also Isaac Newton and various other people. But they always, when I read and study these things, they always take you back to your ancient ways and who you are and what you are as original people, what they took and then taught the Greek and they taught the Romans. They taught all of that. So it's ours. Undoubtedly, it's the original people. We of the melanated nation, is ours. Is that something to prop our chests about? No, but it is something to say, hey, we came up with all this mathematics stuff, whether you're doing it from an abstract perspective or whether you're doing it from a connective perspective. And even those that are watching me that are FBI and CIA, they're using this numerology too. They're using because numerology basically means, and I'm telling you, numerology basically means the study of numbers. And the study of numbers involves geometry, algebra, mathematics, all of that. We're just doing it from an esoteric perspective. Now, how I know this is just from one person that I've studied. And I'm going to bring out his book right now. That I should have brought his book out. This book here. See, I give you the books. I'll give you some receipts. I give you some cross references for you to go. And in the back of some of these guys' books, there's cross references, books that you can go and look up yourself. This one is called Numerology for Decoding Behavior by Michael Brill, who used to work for CIA, not CIA. He used to work for NASA. I might as well say CIA, right? NASA. You know what I'm saying? And what is a numerologist doing working for NASA? Come on now. You figure it out. You figure that out. Okay? That's up to you to study and research. All right. So, and everybody in that have written any of these books have a background. We don't know all of their background. They just give you a blurb of who they are and what they are, but they have a background. So, moving right along, family, I'm just happy to be with y'all right now. And once again, my website is kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/products or /events. kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/productions for products or events. If you want my new t-shirt line and my books, you can go to products. If you want the events, go to /events. So coming out of this book, and I'm going to run down all of the numbers 1 through 9. So even if I say the number 2, that's pertaining to people born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th of the month, the 29th of the month. See, it runs. I'm just going straight to the single numbers in this particular book first, so we can have a breakdown. So this is about how to find and use your numerovational persona. It's your persona. If you really find and look at it and use it to the best of your abilities. Okay? It's up to you because everything is in your own hands. Everything is in your hands, family. Everything is in your hands. We have been blessed with willpower. So you could either say, I don't want to believe this, or you do want to work with it. I learned to put on the whole armor of the Creator. So I study the vibration of numerology or numbers to help guide me and help me to navigate. But yet I still connect it with my intuition, because when things come up in the media, like Nipsey's passing or Sabi's name keep on coming in, my spirit always say, go to the numbers and verify what's happening. And sure enough, it verified, because all these different modalities, whether it's spiritual, whether it's psychic, whether it's intuitive, they all, and numerology or astrology, all work together in unison. Go to my astrology coach when he was breaking it down. Go to Ra Aku when he breaks it down. We all confirm each other in our own way. They do it from cosmophysics or astrology. I do it through numerology, but we're all family. We work together. That's how you're supposed to do it. So going into this book, first book, and then we'll go into the other book to break down. Each one have their own different meanings. So according to Brother Johari, Harish Johari, the number 1, people born on the 1st, people born on the 10th, people born on the 19th, people born on the 28th. The number 1, the behavioral qualities, and they're dealing with the higher qualities, not the lower qualities, because we're striving to make you higher. The higher qualities is king-like, kind, royal, disciplined, authoritative, strong, and original. That's all he says in this one. He keeps it basic and simple. I like that. Number 1, and it's ruled by the sun. It's ruled by the sun. Number 1s that are born under those numbers, 1s or anything that adds up to that number, you're supposed to shine light on things. You're supposed to be the trailblazer. You're supposed to expose and show things out and bring light to the world. Going to number 2. Now, these are for people that are born on the 2nd of the month, on the 11th of the month, on the 20th of the month, and on the 29th of the month. I know everybody like to say master numbers and all that. Let's just go to the other octave of the master number, which is the number 2, because 11 and 29 adds up to 11. That's a number 2, because 1 plus 1 equals 2. So let's deal with that, and then I'll touch on the master numbers later. So the number 2, which is ruled by the planet Moon, or connected to the Moon. The number 2, people born on the 2nd, people born on the 11th, people born on the 20th, and people born on the 29th of any month. Queen-like, royal, attractive, ever-changing, delicate. These are the behavioral habits. And the only reason why he said why it says queen-like is because the number 2 is a water and a feminine energy, and the number 1 is a masculine energy. That's the only reason. Now, just because you might be a brother born on the 2nd and 11th, that just means you're a little bit more sensitive than somebody born on the 1st. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you're a queen. It don't mean that. It just means that you're a little bit more sensitive. Just understand it. Okay? A little bit more sensitive, a little bit more intuitive also. Okay? So pay attention. So again, number 1 was king-like, kind, royal, disciplined, authoritative, and strong and original. Number 2, ruled by the Moon. Number 1 was ruled by the sun, is queen-like, royal, attractive, ever-changing, and delicate. Going to number 3, 3 is connected to the planet Jupiter, which is supposedly the largest planet in this known universe. That's the 3. The behavioral qualities is spiritual, counseling, friendly, self-centered, and disciplined. That's the 3. Spiritual, counseling, friendly, self-centered, and disciplined. Going to the number 4. 4 is usually ruled by Uranus, ruled by the planet Uranus, or sometimes the sun on another level, but let's deal with Uranus. But the number 4, anybody born on the 4. And like I said, anybody born on the 3rd, when you're dealing with the 3, like I just read from the 3, anybody born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month. Now I'm going to 4. People born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st of the month. The number 4s are the rebellious ones. The rebellious. Their behavior is rebellion, impulsive, short-tempered, secretive. He started giving some of the negative stuff, but let me give y'all some of the positive stuff. Number 4, discipline, hardworking, structured, organized. That's a number 4 also. So he just went straight to the juggler with John. But like I said, numerology and numbers have a duality, family. It's a duality. So he didn't touch, he goes into it, but you got to read the book to go deeply into what he says. And everybody has the same thread, the same basic meaning, but everybody explains it because they all come from their own perspective. He's coming out of India. This guy is coming out of India. Very good book to get and put it into your collection. So number 5, which is ruled by Mercury. Swift planet, the first planet right after the sun. Mercury, that's 5. That's princely or princessly, entertaining, wily, intelligent, and also sensitive, also adaptable, also flexible, also very brilliant and able to have multiple things at one time. But I always tell number 5, that's the jack of all trade, master of none number. That's the jack of all trade, master of none number. That's what that is. So after number 5, and that's everybody born on the 5th of the month, the 14th of the month, and the 23rd of the month. Going to the 6th. 6 is connected to the planet Venus. Of course, everybody know that's the planet of love. And of course, 6 is the number of balance and harmony and truth and all that good stuff. And anybody born on the 6th, the 15th of the month, or the 24th of any month. The 6 is their behavioral qualities, like he's saying in this book, according to this book. Romantic, slow, sensual, sweet-spoken, diplomatic, and manipulative. Oh, yeah, they can be manipulative. Lord have mercy. But again, this guy, he touches in and out of some of the lower frequency and the higher frequency. But manipulation can be good and bad, so to speak, in this realm. If you're doing it with the right intentions, it could be very good. If it's doing it for the wrong intentions, it's terrible. All right. Number 7, which is usually ruled by Neptune, or might be ruled by the moon in some instances, as some numerologists might say. 7, or anybody born on the 7th of the month, the 16th of the month, or the 25th of the month. The behavioral qualities is mystical, dreamlike, intuitive, and inventive. The number 8, of course, a lot of people like to know it as the karmic number, the this and that. But remember, you got good karma and bad karma. So it depends on what you do in your lifestyle and how you do it and where your mind is at and what you're doing. That's how you could offset a lot of the karmic madness that might come your way. But those 8 is connected to the planet Saturn. And those who study Saturn and astrology about Saturn knows the malefic issues with Saturn. So 8 is 8, and anybody born on the 8th, whether they're born on the 8th of the month, whether they're born on the 17th, whether you're born on the 26th of the month, 8 represents wise, be it wisdom, malefic, servant-like, struggling, suffering, but also it's the entrepreneur number. It's the money frequency on one hand, and also the one that launches their business in another hand. So pay attention. He's just giving basic stuff, but I'm going to keep on. I'm going to be going to other books just to show you that everybody keeps on building on what they are describing. Now, last but not least, the number 9, ruled by the Mars energy. Mars, that's right, ruled by the number 9. Number 9 and Mars is together. Warlike, strong, rough, rustic, perfectionist, doubting, fighting, alienating, discriminating. Now he's going in. He's going in on them. But on the positive of those born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, check this out. Actually, the number 9 is one of the highest numbers. So people born under the number 9 are supposed to think on higher levels. Like I said, those that are just tuning in, I ran down all the numbers before I got to 9. So you're going to have to listen to this again. But I am going to go to another book and show you how everybody differs, but they still stay along the same thread. So I will be reading 1 through 9 again, or 1 through 11 or 22 again, just to break it down and make sure y'all are clear. Again, the number 9 is not always a warring number. Matter of fact, I tell all number 9s that they got to do things with love, because when they speak to people, and when they cut through, they can cut people with their tongue very well. And sometimes what you say, what a number 9 says to a person, digs deep into them. And I know you number 9s realize that. People born on the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th. I know y'all know that. I know y'all feel that energy. That means you can your energy from what you say with your words can really hurt people. And sometimes words hurt people more than sticks and stones or even knives. Some people used to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. That's bullcrap. Some people have deep traumas just because of something that their parent or somebody, an elder said, somebody in their family, that deep trauma. I myself went through it. I know that just because of my skin complexion, what I was called from people in my family to people on the street. So I didn't know who I could turn to. So, but yes, it's some deep stuff. So we got to protect ourselves, protect our mind, and always stay motivated. Going to another book that speaks about it. Let's go to and sometimes I have all these books around me during my session, and wherever my spirit leads me during the session, because I'll be speaking and I start spitting information like quick out of my head. But when I need confirmation, I'll have a whole bunch of books laid out on my desk. So if I'm doing a consultation with you, I reach for that. My spirit says, reach for that book so I can confirm from somebody who wrote a book in 1897 or somebody who wrote a book in the 1930s or somebody who wrote a book. It just shows you that universal principles will never die. Whatever was happening back in the 1931s and all that stuff and the breaking down of numerology at that time still works for today and can still guide you today, up to this day. That's how deep it is. So it's all right. Share this, family, and hit me up with a Cash App. Show me some love. Give me a donation. Keep it up, man. Don't worry about it. It keeps me doing what I got to do to serve you and help you. That's all I'm about. I'm Aquarius. I'm a humanitarian. I'm going to serve. We're in the age of Aquarius. I'm going to have fun for the next 2,000 years. Even if I come back here again, I'm going to have fun. It is what it is. I'm in that energy, yo. I'm not caring about all the negative stuff. I don't care about all that stuff, really. I don't care. I take it with a smile, because where there's calm, there's always a storm, and then there comes a calm again. That's just life, family. No, I don't have super chat, my family. I only have Cash App and PayPal. And if you want to send me a donation on PayPal, numbers, the letter R, simple, at Gmail. You can send me a donation, friend and family, or you can send it to King Simon Productions at Gmail, and do that. Okay. So this next book you should get in your if you rather study numerology. This one comes from astrology and a numerology perspective, but I'm going to read the numerology of each number. I'm going to read the numerology of each number, and I've shared this with some of my people in readings too. I've shared this. My spirit always tell me to go to this book. This is one of the books that I go to a lot, just to help clarify what they need to understand about their personal numbers and their core numbers. That's helping here. That's here. You came through your mother's womb at that particular day and time for a reason. And like I said on Brother Dr. Baruch's TV podcast today, let me imagine I'm talking to people on Instagram. I'm talking to people on YouTube, and those that you might share this with. Imagine this, family. Imagine you on your deathbed. And Les Brown shared this. I'm not going to take credit for this. Les Brown was sharing a story that he heard from another motivational speaker whom I can't remember. But Les Brown, the motivator, he said, imagine yourself on your deathbed. And I said it on my Instagram. Imagine yourself on your deathbed with 20 or more people around you. And those 20 or more spirits and entities around you were your talents and your gifts and your abilities. And they all looking at you at your deathbed, angry and upset because you did not use your talents, your gifts, and your abilities. And they came to you. They came to you and you did not use them for whatever reason. That's why my book is called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. The complication comes from the pain and the hurts that we receive from our families or friends or molestation or fondling, whatever happened, whatever's traumatized you. But at your deathbed, your talents, your gifts, and your abilities will reveal themselves. All of that you had. Just imagine you sitting there laying in your deathbed, and all of a sudden you see all these people around you, and they have all the names of your skills on their chest or on their forehead, looking at you angry because you chose not to use not one, or you just used 2 of them, or you just used 3 of them, and you had probably like 20 of them. Multiple streams of income. Y'all had it. You had it ready to go, but you didn't use it. So you think about that before you come to me to do any numerology session or numerovation session, because that's what I do. I motivate people with numerovation. That's what I call it. Numerovation, using numbers to motivate them to be their very best. That's the deep thing about number, you know? So it's important when you're ready. Look, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. I ain't doing it. I'm not going to be doing anything and talking to anybody. I'm just going to read and break down. Read and break down. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Now, we're going to run through 1 through master number 11 and 22 in this one. This is the book by Sue Fredericks. Good book. I See Your Dream Job. It's a very good book to get. I See Your Dream Job. And I picked this up, I think, while I was traveling. I picked this one up while I was traveling. Okay. For those born on the 1st of any month or anybody connected to the number 1, like the 19, 28, 10, leadership, courage, clarity, the ability to invent new things and lead others to new ideas. Number 2, anybody connected to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month, the ability to communicate well with others, be sensitive, put others at ease, and take care of detail. Number 3, that's people born on any month on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month. Number 3, the ability to create or design beautiful things, express complex ideals brilliantly through words, visual arts, and dance. Number 4, anybody born on the 4th, the 13th, 22nd, 31st of the month, the ability to build things, organize, work hard, focus, and overcome through determination. Number 5, anybody born on the 5th, 23rd, or the 14th of the month, the ability to embrace change, lead others to adventure and expansion, inspire with generosity of spirit, motivate and share fearless sensual passions for life. Number 6, anybody born on the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th of the month, ability to bring harmony and healing to groups and families, to bring beauty to the world through collaborative efforts. Number 7, ability, anybody born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, the ability to analyze and understand complex concepts, to philosophize and contemplate science and arts, to use intuition for writing and teaching and spiritual principles. That's the number 7. The number 8, anybody born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, the ability to attract and accumulate money and power through enterprise and use it for good in the world. Number 9, anybody born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, ability to work for global issues, run non-for-profit, write, speak, heal, and inspire others with humanitarian wisdom. Anybody born on the master number 11, if you're born on the 11th or the 29th, which turns into a number 11, this is for you also. Ability to bring divine inspiration to share with humanity through the arts of or through one-on-one counseling and instructions. Number 11. Those born on the 22nd of any month. That's another master number. There's no 33rd of the month. There's no 33 of the month. So that's a whole different thing. So the ability, the people born on the 22nd of any month, the ability to bring inspired, new, and highly evolved thinking to everyday challenges. That is the basics for those master numbers also. I want to put that, this is a very good book to get. Make sure you think about getting it. Very good book to get. And she also gets into astrology and all that kind of stuff also. Very good book. Look, I'm recommending. I don't give y'all the receipts. Very good book. Very good book. I need y'all to like Bobby Hemmett does, like people like Panic does, like people like, you know, Dr. Ali Muhammad or whoever that gives books and give references and all that. Very important that you take your time, listen to this over again, and expound on what I said from these different books. What I said from these different books is very important. One more book I do want to touch. And also another book to get is good. Of course, I'm always going to promote one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn, Numbers in You. Very good book, Numbers in You. Very good book to get in your collection. And another book I want to touch on is this one and what it says. Okay. So I'm running down each one of their perspective. And this one is written by Ann Christie. Okay, so let's run down each one of their perspective as far as each number pertaining to the individual like yourselves out there. And regardless if y'all have the same numbers or not, it pertains to you in your circle, in your universe, wherever you may be. That's what it's pertaining to. So let's deal with the number 1 first. And anybody born on the 1st, the 10th, or anyone. I'm going to just go 1, 2. I'm just going to run it down. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just going to run it down. And like I said, each one of them have their different breakdowns for each one of them. So that's good. I'm glad that's happening here. So number 1, according to Ann Christie, association deals with benevolence, creativity, protection, but their key words is ego, personal identity, leadership, and purpose. Number 2, anybody connected to the number 2? Associations are dreams, conceptions, childbirth, parenthood, imagination, and sensitivity. But their key words are feelings, caring, balance, sensitivity, cheerfulness, and teamwork. That also pertains to people born connected to the number 2, like the 11, the 20, the 29, so on and so forth. That's how we're dealing with. Going to people born on the 3rd, or the 12th, or the 21st, or the 30th of the month. Service and direct action is the association for people born on the 3. And their key words are creative, versatile, adaptable, and idealistic and charming. That's the number 3. Check this out. Going to number 4. And anybody born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month. The associate number, the associate meaning of it is instinct, logic, the material world, and the intellect. But the key words of the number 4 is hardworking, sensible, logical, and materialistic. Going to the number 5. 5, the associated words for the number 5 is expansion, tolerance, communication, versatility, and movement. The key words of the number 5, or those born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month, is education, travel, philosophy, liveliness, creativity, and artistry. Going to the number 6. 6, and people born on the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th. The associated words is abstract thinking, fantasy, creativity, and imagination. But the key words of the number 6 is imagination, theory, balance, harmony, truth, justice, ma'at. Let's get in that. That's people born on the 6th, 15th, or the 24th. As a matter of fact, Nipsey Hussle was born on the 15th of August. Think about what he's been doing. Think about his abstract thinking and creativity and his imagination. Let's think. I just want to throw that real quick in there. I'm not going to go deep on it, but it just goes to show you something real interesting. Going to the number 7, people born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month. The associated words are the bridge to the spiritual world. The bridge to the spiritual world. But the key words of the number 7 is spirituality, sensitivity, and intuitiveness. Going to the number 8, and those born on the 8th, 17th, and 26th of the month. The associated words, practical matters, the unconscious, transformation. The key words are ambition, self-sufficient, and persistent. Excuse me. Going to the number 9, last but not least. I think we're going to go to, number 9. They're not even touching on the master numbers because we already touched within it. Number 9, the associated words are divine love, completion, talent, spirituality, and karma. But the keywords to the number 9, the keywords for the number 9 is creativity, spirituality, and compassion. And that's for those born on the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th of the month. Just wanted to share that with you because it's very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. It's very important because if we all took the time to understand the numbers that we were born under, or get a consultation and learn it for yourself, because look, I'm not going to live forever. Lloyd Strayhorn ain't going to live forever. He's not here no more. And a few other books that I have on I have hundreds of books on numerology and astrology, and a lot of these people are dead, have deceased or transitioned. But if you take the information, which is our information, it is ours. When religious zealots came into our community to take away our oracle understanding and our understanding of numbers and how it pertained to us, as well as abstract ways of building pyramids and all that, that was just to control us. So we got to understand the dynamics of why numbers, why is everything numbered? I get Instagram got shut down by itself. So I guess my phone must be dying over here. Instagram got shut down over here. But I'm still on YouTube. Look, family, from all over my heart, I don't even like to say the bottom of the heart, all over my heart, I really take this thing sincerely to use it to help others. I'm not using it to manipulate people. I'm not using it to try to get no women. I'm not using it, it can be done. It can be done for the negative and it can be done for the positive. That's why when people ask me, yo, isn't that of the devil? Isn't that of the evil jinns and all that kind of stuff? I say, wait a minute. Who created the devil and the jinns? What are you talking about? And where did they get their knowledge from? And everybody and their mama would say, I've talked to Jehovah's Witnesses, and they'll tell you, yes, God created the devil. Really? So where did he get all his knowledge from? Did he get it from God, or he got it from something? Or is that the negative intentions that he's using against God and his creation? We got to, although I'm not religious, we're not thinking. Numerology in its pure form and its positive intentions, or astrology and its positive intentions, is there for you. It's there to guide you. It's like a GPS. You put in the right address, you put in the right number, and they triangulate what's going on and give you the fastest route to where you got to go, or you could take the slower route. Totally up to you. It's not my fault after that. I keep it moving. I'm just here to guide. But once again, family, you want a numerology session with me? Text me 347-496-1022. Since I did Brother Richard's show, it's been overwhelming, but I am grateful because I'm helping people. I'm still, after I get off here, I got to write up some sessions, and all I do is write your name, birthday, and I start breaking it down to myself and start connecting the dots for you when you do a session with me, because I'm just here to help, man. That's it. And I'm going to give you your positive and I'm going to give you your negative, or what I like to call high frequency and low frequency. Or I'll give you complacent neutral numbers. I got to give it all to you. So if you understand your negatives, then you could rise and at least combat the negative to become better. You got to be able to manage your weaknesses and strengthen your strength. Let me say that again. You got to be able to manage your weaknesses. And that sometimes is your challenge in numbers. Those are some of your weaknesses. And then strengthen your strengths. You ask how much my sessions are. It's $2 a minute. My advertisement rate is $2 a minute, but you have to do a session up to at least 35 minutes. So that is $70 for 35 minutes. If you want it recorded, it's an extra $20. If you do the whole hour, which is $130, a love gift shared to me, then I will record it for half the price. And then that's it. And you get the recording. And every time you get the recording, it's your recording. I don't keep it. You get to listen to it over and over and over again. See if you missed it. Because the more you listen to certain things repetitiously, then it becomes part of you. So I am very, very pointed at what I do. I am much better than I was a few years ago. I'm even much better because I've created my own form of system, which is Numerovation. I am a numerovator. I have a numeroversity where I teach this class online also. I might teach my next class in September. So those who want, I only allow 10 to 15 people in my class because I want to be able to answer everybody's question. I don't need hundreds of people in one class online. I just need 10 people or 15 people so I can deal with everybody. It's just like children in school. They have too many overloads of children in one class. That's why the teachers can't deal with them. So I can deal with 10 to 15 people at a class. So I can ask, if you have questions, I could even call in the private class and let's talk about it online. That's how we deal with things. That's how we deal with things. So I love you. Let me. There's a book that I wanted to show y'all, and I want y'all to get this for people that you might have thought giving up. I want you to find this book, and if you think they've given up and that they believe that they can't do no more, even somebody on their back that can talk. If they're on their back in the hospital and they can talk, or they on their back in their household because something happened to them, they can't walk anymore, whatever, they still have greatness in them. And this is a good book that I found at my son's house. My youngest son, they was cleaning up the house and they was getting rid of some books. And this one is called There's Always Time for Greatness. Who did what, when, from ages 1 years old to 100 years old. There's always time for greatness. This book right here, there's always time for greatness. Don't let nobody tell you, I don't care if they're 1 year old, I don't care if they're 100 years old. You got some greatness still in you that you got to let out. Did y'all know that everybody that sees Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC? Did you know, according to this book, or according to history, KFC started his business in his 60s. I think he was 62 when he started his business. KFC. Where's it at? It's right here on, it's in the book also. Kentucky Fried Chicken started his business. Where's it at? Yes, here it is. I know it's in the 60s here. I know I've seen it earlier. But yeah, KFC started his business in his 60s. They got up to 100 years old. Matter of fact, 87, up to 87 years old. They got 88, they got 89, 90, 100. They said this guy named, this lady named Gwen Davy at 100 years old, legendary British stage actress for 8 decades, appeared in a movie, Master Blackmailer, and is also made a dame by the Order of the British Empire at the age of 100. She made appearances still in movies and got the damed by the Order of the British Empire at the age of 100. Your greatness is never over, no matter what age you are. This is a good book to give. It's a Hallmark book, so you should be able to find this online. There's always time for greatness. There's always time for greatness. And the book, this book is named by Andrew Postman. And oh, somebody's asking about Power of Decision. That's a good book. You know, I got it right here. This is written by Raymond Charles Barker. The Power of Decision. This has helped me a lot. I'm actually almost finished because I'm in between like 5 books. So I'm actually up to my last chapter, I think, at 153. But this book is called The Power of Decision by Raymond Charles Barker. And that was recommended by the one, the only Reverend Ike. And I implore that everybody listen to Reverend Ike, because Reverend Ike knew the language and how to speak it into existence. He was a Gemini spirit. He knew how to speak it into existence. So I'm getting ready to get on out of here, family. Once again, let me show you some of the books that I did show on this feed. Once again, this one is called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Very thick book by Manly P. Hall. Very good book to get. I just showed this book, There's Always Time for Greatness. Give it to some elderly person who feel that they don't have time. This will give them an incentive to say they don't have no excuse. Because even if you're laying on your bed and you can still talk and chat, people can come and record you and interview you and turn it into something of generational wealth, or turn it into a book, or turn it into something that can help the family. There's always time for greatness, no matter how old you are. Here's another book. This is one of the books that I featured on here today. This is called, this is at Nicholas. I think Nicholas still has this, Numerology with Tantra, Ayurveda and Astrology, A Key to Human Behavior. I have this in the back of my book also. I have it as one recommended reading in the back of my book. This one is by Ann Christie, Numerology. This one is called Numerology by Ann Christie because it's so white. Ann Christie, this is another good book. Of course, Lloyd Strayhorn, dear friend of mine's, Numbers and You, get his book. Also, this one by Sue Frederick, I See Your Dream Job. I See Your Dream Job. A Career Intuitive shows you how to discover what you were put on earth to do. And she gives some good dialogue in this book too, where she writes different stories about different individuals that she's worked with and helped out, even famous people in Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. Very good book. And of course, my book is definitely an introduction to numerology on a multiple levels. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Also, I got a children's book. Numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. Once again, remind you that I will be in Baltimore, Maryland, or the place called Everlasting Life Restaurant at 9185 Central Avenue. That's Capitol Heights, Maryland, Maryland. And that's going to be on Saturday, April the 13th. I want to see all of y'all out there. Come on out, coming out. If you're that close, if you're in DC, it's like 9 miles away from DC. So come on out. I'm taking a bus in, so you know you can make it in. I'm coming over from New York. It starts at 6:30. I will be there. Miss Quiet Storm, the astrologer, will be there. Dr. Baruch will be there. And it's going to be a powerhouse thing because this is a part of the Black Power Blueprint. I heard Professor Griff did a smashing job on April the 6th on Saturday. So I'm coming in there to do a smashing job too, because we both number ones, and that's what we do, smashing jobs. So make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/events, and you'll find a link to that event in Baltimore. And of course, Ashra Kwesi, Sister Shahrazad Ali, first time on the stage together, working together. And that's going to be, Sister Shahrazad Ali is speaking about monogamy and polygamy, which is better for the Black man and woman in this day and time. And of course, Ashra Kwesi is speaking on why are we still following our enemies' dogmatic religions, the origin of Bible and Quran revisited. And that's going to be also live performance by United Front and Natasha Dezoni from Sacred Women. And of course, VIP seats are also available at $80 if you want a VIP seat. But make sure you go to kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/events. Scroll down, click on the links. And we're also live streaming Sister Shahrazad Ali on usalivestream.com. For those around the world, share it, share it, share it. Have little things, but you want to see Sister Shahrazad Ali. This, what's she gonna say? This is the first time she's speaking on it. It's the first time she's live streaming because she don't cross the sea. She has not ever flown to England or Africa, never. But this time, this is gonna be the first time she's been put out there to do that. Also, Dr. Laila Africa is coming in with his wife Melanie. This is not a lecture. This is going to be a Q&A experience. I will have security just in case knuckleheads come in and try to mess up with Dr. Africa. His wife ain't no joke, though. I'll tell you, I've been with her training martial arts in her town, so I know she will put a guy down quick. I don't care who it is. I've seen her choke some people out. So big up to Melanie all the time. She's taking Krav Maga now. She's taking Krav Maga. That's an Israeli martial arts, which is like straight direct. So big up to her all the time because I'm looking for some classes in that myself. It's a conversation with Dr. Africa, Laila Africa, no holds bar, 3 to 4 hour Q&A with Dr. Africa and Dr. Melanie Stevens. And we will be live streaming on Joel Benjamin YouTube. We will be live streaming. So if you want to live stream Dr. Africa's event or you want to get the live stream for Dr. Africa event, please, please, please give Nicholas a call at 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. If you want tickets, 718-858-4400. 718-858-4400. That is Nicholas Brooklyn if you want to live stream it anywhere in the world. And if you want to see the live stream for this one, it's going to be on usalivestream.com. I will be in Las Vegas May 18th with our beautiful sisters, Lawana and Amber. 2 life coaches will be in. And go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/events. Scroll down to this event and click on the link below. And then June 22nd, Lloyd Strayhorn, myself, and Kaya French will be doing an all-day workshop. It's $99 for all day, 8 hours straight. $99 early bird tickets, and then $125 after. So I'm going to be putting that out on Instagram, Instagram and on Eventbrite momentarily. As soon as I finalize the place and the venue, it's going to be a private location that only holds 50 to 60 people. So make sure you get your tickets for that. $99 for a whole day with me, Lloyd, and Kaya. Woo! Numbers ain't gonna be the same that day. Just letting you know, numbers ain't gonna be same that day. Y'all have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Want to show you love, show you respect, giving love, sending respect to you all the time. Thank you very much for all of what you're doing out there. If you're doing something meaningful in the world, keep on doing it. Keep on enhancing it. Keep on sharing it. I got this knowledge of self at the age of 14. That's what I started my journey just like that. So take it and move forward. You're looking, like I say over and over again, you're looking at a brother that almost took his life 3 times. And the creator and ancestors so have it that I am here to talk to you today. So it's real. Our energies connected to the universe and our ancestors and our creators is real, because at 8 years old, what is a little boy thinking about? Why? Let me just share this story with you. Why is a little boy 8 years old? At 8, when I was 8, almost went in the bathroom and cut my wrists just because my family kept on calling me derogatory names because I was dark-skinned, or my friends in school called me derogatory. Why? And then when I went into the bathroom to do it, a whole bombardment of voices just came to me and said, don't do it. It was more than one voice. I didn't understand. I was doing it in the dark. I didn't understand. And I just threw the blade down and I ran out. I ran out the bathroom. This thing is real, family. What I do is real. And why I'm doing it is real, because I know where I come from. I know what happened to me. And if you're watching me on a big screen or whatever television show you watch, I know where I'm coming from. I know what happened to me. And every time I thought about doing it, something saved my life. Someone saved my life. Some bombardment of ancestors or thoughts came to my head of old teachings and lessons, came and saved my life. So after the 3rd time, I never thought about it again. It just didn't make no sense doing it, because they just gonna keep on saying, hey, it ain't your time yet, brother. It ain't your time. What you doing? So I love it. I love y'all. I love myself more. I love my family. And I pray for all those that I know and don't know. I pray for my family, true and not true. I just keep on moving and keep my smile on my face. Y'all ain't taking my smile away. And these are real teeth too. At 52, I got real teeth because I like to take care of my teeth. Love my teeth. I remember when me and my sister used to go to the dentist. Our first visit to the dentist in Jamaica when we was younger, we went to visit my aunt in Jamaica. May she rest in peace, Aunt Tiny. And Aunt Tiny took us to a dentist out there in Mo Bay somewhere. And the dentist offered us some candy. And he gave us a choice to get candy and toothbrush. And I took the toothbrush. I said, you can have the candy. I want the toothbrush. It's something that I love the toothbrush when I was young. So, but we eventually got the toothbrush and the candy anyway. But I love the toothbrush because I took the toothbrush first and then gave my sister candy, but then started fighting with her to get the candy. So, but my spirit says clean my teeth. And that's what it's all about. Yo, I love you. I respect you. One love, one aim, one destiny. Make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproduction.wordpress.com/events or products. My t-shirts are out. They're looking good. My numerovational products. And each number is out there to motivate you with your numbers. I put 3 words on the bottom of the t-shirt that will motivate you. I love y'all. I respect y'all because I love me and I respect me. Peace. Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, Islam, Irish. One love. And let me end with one of my music, y'all know. One of my music. This is one I went up to number 5 on the reggae charts. I see y'all later. One love. I'm gonna tell you a little something. my black history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them, I telling, I feed them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. Then come out of the mountains and mix up with sea. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. That's my song back in the 80s. Black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Tell you a little truth about the black history is for the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy. We're the first to come up with biology. We're the first to come up with Egyptology. The pyramids that you see, we're the first to come up with psychology. We're the first to come up with musicology, to put the rhythm in your soul and make it rock steady, correct? Boom! I'm out.